I want to talk about the Completionist. Now, I've talked about this guy a lot lately, guys, and I just wanted to give a quick update. Some of you guys may have heard, some of you may have not. If you haven't, I just want to say, supposedly he has given the $600,000 that he had sitting in his bank account. He's finally donated it and gave it to a worthy cause, someone who actually deserves the money. The problem with that is, no matter what the Completionist, they call him, his first name I think is Gerard, no matter what Gerard tried to do, it was never going to be good enough. It was never going to be a good look. He waited too long, and once he was exposed, there was no turning back. The butter was sitting on the table and it was melting right in front of his face, and there was nothing he could do, honestly. I mean, now people are saying, well, you only gave the money up because you were called out. And a lot of people would actually play back some of his older videos when he straight up admitted, this money's going to a good cause. We have donated to many different organizations. So he basically said, look, we've already given money and donated money to different organizations under this umbrella, which was a complete flat out lie. He never donated anything. He kept the money. And a lot of people are also holding his feet to the fire because they're saying, well, there's still a lot of money still missing, guys. Over 100K still lost, still out here in Butterland somewhere, and we don't know where it's at. Okay. And like I said, he's been really quiet. He's been sticking his head in the sand, and he hasn't really come up for air as of late because he doesn't want to, I guess, back himself into a current corner any further, because I don't know how far back you can go now. I mean, it's pretty much you're wedged in there. Okay. Covered in fucking butter. That's just a quick update, guys. I don't know what's going to happen from here. A lot of people are saying he was just being negligent. He was just being stupid. I have to disagree with that. I agree partially, but only in small part, because he simply told lies in the face of people, not thinking anyone was going to call him on what he was doing. That's what I think it was. He literally said he has spent money. He has donated the money to different causes, and the money has never been donated, not 1 cent. Okay. Until he got called out, and now he was running scared, and he said, oh, let's do the right thing. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, he was holding on to that money for a rainy day. And he was, who knows what he was actually doing with this money. All right. I really don't know, but it just seems very strange. If I'm asking for donations and I'm getting it and I'm saying I'm donating to a cause, I haven't done it yet, and the money is just sitting in an account. Now, some people are saying, well, he didn't steal the money. He could have taken the money and dipped, but he never did. And I also say it's very hard to just steal $600,000, to just say, okay, I'm going to take all this money and I'm going to run, and I'm just going to go to the Kingdom Islands, or I'm just going to just disappear off the face of the earth. I'm just going to vaporize off the map. Okay. Anytime something like that happens, all of a sudden, look, if you're playing too loosely with $10,000, $11,000, the government is going to start sniffing around. Okay. There's a certain threshold that the government starts to smell butter, and that's around the $10,000 threshold. So especially if you haven't been spending that type of money ever. Okay. So you're just kind of doing your thing, your typical, few $100s here or there. And all of a sudden you go 10, 12,000. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Then they get a little curious. At 50K, they really start to wonder. All right. So 600K. Yeah. You're not just picking that up and disappearing. Okay. They're going to find you. They're going to track you down, and that's what's going to happen. I think the reason why he hasn't been approached yet is because of the money. Oh, that's my phone going off. But anyway, he's been sitting there and the money hasn't moved. So technically, well, he hasn't given the money to anybody yet. This is his foundation, the Open Hand Foundation, and he's not technically just, the money hasn't just completely disappeared. But if he gets audited, it's going to be kind of bad, because they're going to go in there, they're going to lift back the curtains, and they're going to find tubs of butter everywhere. Okay. And they're going to find a lot of discrepancies in these reports, and then he is going to be found liable for something. All right. That's what I think is going to happen. And people are not letting up on him. They're continuing making videos. They're not letting him breathe. He's slipping on butter at every turn, and I don't know where this is going to end. He's scared that he's going to lose his career. He technically already has, in a sense. If you guys remember, Sea of Stars was a game that's praised by many. I actually liked the game as well and played a little bit of it. And he had a representation Okay, they chose him to kind of represent them in a sense. They put him in the game. He actually represented himself. He loved the game. He boasted for the game, and he actually got put in the game. He was a character in there, and they literally took him out of the game. Okay, they snatched him out of the game, and he's not in it anymore. Okay, everybody is starting to distance themselves from him because they don't want to be considered looking bad. All right, and that's just what happens. You find out who your real friends are. You find out all that. And even if they are real friends, technically, they still got to protect their livelihood. Okay, if you're associated with this guy right now, you really don't want that. Okay, especially if you're trying to get sponsors and you're doing this and doing that, that's going to look bad. Okay, so you can't blame people for distancing themselves from him, especially with most of them not knowing that he was doing this the whole time. They're not in his pocketbook. They're not watching his every move. So to hear something like this, if I was associated with him, I'd be like, wow, yeah, man, I got to move away, sir. All right. Don't have enough napkins, don't have enough towels or washcloths to wash all the butter coming your way off. It's not going to happen. That's just a quick update on him. I'm anxious to see what is going to happen in the end, what the end result will be. But we'll see. I got my popcorn ready, and guess what? It's covered in plenty of butter.